Hey there, do you struggle with the fear of rejection in real estate? No worries if you do, because I think absolutely everybody does. In this episode, we're going to learn a few quick tips to overcome rejection in real estate. Hello, welcome back to Rev Real Estate School. My name is Michael Montgomery. Today we are talking about the fear of rejection in real estate and a few quick tips on how we can overcome it. Number one, probably the best and biggest tip that you can have when dealing with the fear of rejection is detaching yourself from the outcome. So instead of being tied to whatever the result is, you're detaching from that, and all you are doing is praising the effort. You've heard us say this, and we'll say it again. It comes down to praising the effort. So doing the thing versus getting the result. Detach yourself from getting the result, and the fear of rejection starts to disappear. One of the biggest hacks you can use for this is to simply go after rejection. So to encourage rejection. When you're out there door knocking, making cold calls, you are actually hoping that you get rejected. And this seems so counterintuitive. But what you're actually doing is you're putting yourself in a position to take the risks that you need to take in order to decrease the fear of rejection. Next, we need to understand that it's not only you. Everybody deals with the fear of rejection. This is just a human trait. And by letting yourself know that everybody else there also has these feelings, it again takes some of the power away. Now in real estate, when you go out there and there are rejections that happen, we need to take into consideration that there's no such thing as failure. What do I mean by this? If there's no such thing as failure, then either you are winning, you are getting the result that you want, or you're learning. And this comes back to a concept that we've talked about before, which will be linked up into the description below, which is about having a growth mindset in real estate, coming from the book Mindset by Carol Dweck. It's such an important concept in sales and in real estate to have this growth mindset, where we're not ever going to come down on ourselves for not getting the result, because we have a growth mindset where by not getting the result, we're learning, we're praising the effort, and we're learning and growing from that. So that means there's no such thing as failure. You're not failing, you're either winning or you're learning. Next, we need to understand that real estate is both math and art. Math, because a certain number of no's will eventually lead to a yes. And art, because we want to decrease the number of no's required to get to the yes. So that's the math and the art that is tied into real estate. So what we can do in order to increase the number of yeses that we get is just increase the repetitions. So this is increasing the volume. That's increasing the number on the math side. And if you want a great book on how to overcome rejection, look at Rejection Therapy. In the description below, we're going to link up a TED Talk where the author describes this in detail, where he goes after trying to get rejected 100 times. And in doing so, he reduces the fear of rejection. So this is an exposure therapy concept, and it can be used all over the place in real estate. If you are uncomfortable door knocking, do it 150 times a day and you will become more comfortable with it. Detach yourself from the outcome and you will even have more comfort when you get started. Next, understand that with time, the feelings and the hurt of rejection goes away. It's just a feeling. So in time, after a few days, after a few hours, even after a few minutes, it can actually just go away. And we've all lost listings or lost clients, and we've had that feeling where it doesn't feel good, it does not sit well, it doesn't sit well with anybody. But over time, it will come down and you will start to feel normal again. Finally, if you find yourself still having these feelings of fear of rejection, which everyone will, come back to the fact that your service is the best. So you want to play on the confidence card here. You want to come back to the fact that your service is so good that if a consumer says no to your services or they choose somebody else, that's fine. They've made that selection. You are so confident in your service that that's okay because they are choosing an inferior level of service. Coming back to that confidence side and keeping that in the forefront of your mind helps reduce the fear of rejection as you're moving forward. But the number one big thing is detach from the outcome. In the description below, we will have the full article linked up to this, as well as the TED Talk video and a few other resources. Let me know in the comments below, do you have any tricks to dealing with the fear of rejection? Let me know. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.